guys, I'm Aussie Villa. Welcome to episode 54 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa, and two massive games today. First up, it's Arsenal, second in the league, away from home, and then we go to Munich, clinging on to our Champions League hopes by the very, very tips of our fingernails. We have to get a result in this game, or else it's effectively over, I think. Now, since last episode, where we got... Well, we presented out the kids against Arsenal, and we lost in a decent enough game, and then we drew at home so disappointingly to Benfica. We've had 4 games, and results look like they've gone okay, and the results have gone okay. First up, we went to Derby. Now, this was an even game, and we hung on for a very, very unconvincing win, to be honest. They went ahead early. Rodrigo pulled it straight back. Jack Grealish put us in the lead, I should say, not the league. And yeah, and then it was just it was open and we were hanging on. It was an even game. I think we just about maybe deserved it. But yeah, it wasn't convincing by any stretch of the imagination. Then we played Middlesbrough, and this looks like it was a convincing win. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. We were horrible. It was we made some changes, sort of about 75th minute, and that changed the game for us. Alina got a penalty. Defender Rodrigo got his first for the club, and Andre Green as well. And you'll see, this has been really, really tough because the games have been coming so quickly that we haven't been able to play the same team. Players are getting match fatigued. It's constant rotation. We gave Harry Thomas a run off the bench for this one as well once the game looked relatively safe. So we're trying to give him a little bit of match time. Hendry came off the bench as well. And yeah, so it was in the end, it was comfortable, but we were poor for at least 3/4 of that game. Then we went and we played... Who did we play? Oh, Liverpool. So we had international call-ups. There's an under-20, under-21 round of international fixtures. And apparently our entire team is under-21. So we had really, really reduced numbers here. And it was an even game, to be honest. It was just a stalemate. Nothing happened apart from the goal. And we absolutely gifted it to them. Let's have a look at this. Now, and you may have noticed we had Miller on the bench. We had to call a goalkeeper up from the under-18s because it was the only other striker we had available, a goalkeeper we had available. Now, there's a good interception by Chambers, just pinging it around. What could possibly go wrong here? McGinn. Nicked by Woodburn, Mane, goal. And it was the only chance of the game. Nothing else happened the rest of the game, and we absolutely gifted it to them. And of course, the problem with that is that they are still top of the league. So it put a real dent in our chances of winning the Premier League this year. And then we played Leicester, and again, international call-ups affected this lineup. And this was it was an even game, and we were lucky to win this one. I don't think the shots on goal there are particularly representative. You can see from the player ratings that we had the better players. Ben Godfrey, it was that got the winner for us in the 72nd minute. But again, you can see Harry Thomas, Paul Walker came off the bench as well. Lee Hendry got a start. Not that you guys are bad players, but ideally we wouldn't be starting Lee Hendry in a Premier League game at this point in his career. But we got the international players are back now. Rotating, you'll see that we still have so many match fatigued players, but the constant rotation has kind of limited that to a point. So hopefully we'll be able to put out 2 strong teams here. This is the way the league table looks. Liverpool absolutely running away with it, as you can see. 10 points clear of both ourselves and Arsenal, though Arsenal have a game in hand. We're ahead of Manchester United by a point, ahead of Chelsea by 2. It's Manchester City's right there as well, and you've got Spurs, Bournemouth, and Crystal Palace aren't going anywhere either. So yeah, it's been a crazy season with this Winter World Cup. The fixtures just keep coming. And you can see in the Champions League group, right now we're only 3 points behind Bayern Munich. But if we were to lose this, that goes to 6 points. If Lyon were to beat Benfica, it starts to get difficult. We really need to take at least a draw from this game. Now, that being said, let's go and have a look at the team we're sending out against Arsenal. We have been struggling for goals, if you've seen, so we're going to try and change things up a little bit here. Part of this is because a lot of our wingers are either injured or match fatigued, so we don't really have the options there. So we're going to go Livakovic in goal, AR, Rashawn Williams and Holgate as a back 3, Gumney down the right, Emerson down the left, McGinn and Grealish in midfield with Almeida in behind Bothheim and Rodrigo. We do have Borja on the bench, but he's just gone off the boil again. I think his last 5-game average is like a 6.4. He hasn't scored goals. It's just not working out. Now, given the way that they're lining up there, what I think we might do, we might push AR up into like an anchor man kind of role. and then go from there. What do we want to say here? Go out there and impress me? I don't know what this... the no pressure option isn't really there, is it? That's gone really well, though. We will just make this one tactical tweak, because it was... I think it was Ross Barkley got the goal against us when we played them. We got one of the goals against us when we played them in the Carabao Cup, I think. So we'll do that. We'll play AR as an anchor man just to sit in there and break stuff up. I wonder if we should... No, we'll keep McGinn as defensive. Just wonder if we could push McGinn forward a bit. But we won't. We'll leave it at that. And get on out there. Just a quick mention as well. If you're not following the World Tour, we do have a new club. So that would have started yesterday, I believe, at our new club. So we're in Peru at Sport Boy. So if you haven't jumped on board yet, it's a good time to do so, given that we are at episode 1 of a new club. So just a quick mention for that one. All right, come on, boys. What are we in here? The 9th minute. We've broken that up nicely. Bothheim goes early for Rodrigo. He's got men around him, but he's got pace. We know he's got pace and we know he can dribble, but that was a little bit too much, I think. Can we put some pressure on here and win the ball back? Can we do a Liverpool? No, it doesn't look like we can. That's a good early ball forward. Hendricks, good save from Livakovic. Let's give it a get creative. I think Arsenal's in the same boat, but if we were to lose here, and chances are one of us is going to drop points. If Liverpool wins, oh come on, boys, we're second to everything. I don't know how to tell them to because I did that. Was it against Lyon in the Champions League? Was that this save? I think, or was that Everton? No, we played Lyon, didn't we? Second to the ball, we're sort of waiting for the ball to come to us. I'm not quite sure. Here's Almeida. He can do a set piece. Almeida! What a strike from Thiago Almeida. That's an absolute belter. It was like the Ronaldo up and over and dipped down the wall. That was really, really good from Almeida. Let's have another look at this. Keeper gave him that side of the goal, and Almeida just took it. Thank you very much, sir. That is 1-0 to Aston Villa. Massive, away from home as well. We needed that. Let's demand more. Here goes the other way, and that's over the bar. Come on. This episode is it's absolutely massive. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that our season could effectively end this episode, because we could really lose track with Liverpool for the league title and effectively be out of the Champions League as well. So it's absolutely massive. That said, if we do lose 2 games, keep coming back. We'll fight till the end, obviously. But come on. A little bit scrappy in defence there. We didn't clear the ball, and we're going to pay the price. It's a good header away from Holgate, I think it was. AR cleans up. McGinn. Can we go the other end? He goes early over the top for Bothheim. The forgotten man of Aston Villa. Bothheim! It's a good tackle. Is the highlight going to continue? No, thankfully it's not. Another highlight. Livakovic. I think we are distributing to the flanks as well in this one. I think that's how I had it set up. Gumni. Getting forward. Good crossfield ball, but not quite good enough. It's there for Rodrigo. Nodded down by Emerson. Rodrigo plays it in for Bothheim! Oh, he's off the bar! That could easily have been 2-0 for Eric Bothheim. We're doing okay here. Let's give it another get creative. Grealish just looks like he's got a bit of a kick in the shins or something. Hopefully he'll come back. And if not, we do have Alina on the bench, who is more than capable. I did see Alina was on the bench for Barcelona in the Champions League against Lyon. What was that, last week? So it's, random, pointless fact. But it was like, I signed him. I'm going to say... Do we say we're not happy with that? The match ratings, other than Almeida, aren't great. And we really didn't do that much, to be honest. Emerson is looking stressed. Still looking stressed. Calm down, brother. You're fine. We do have Dali on the bench. We can look to bring him on if we have to. A little bit concerned about Jack Grealish ahead of the Bayern Munich game, but to be honest, chances are he's not going to be fit for it anyway. He's going to get match fatigued, because that's just what happens. They play a game right now and then they match fatigued for the next one. We do have Silla coming back from his injury, which is, needless to say, very good, because he was very good for us before his little injury there. So it's a kick-off highlight, but it's a little bit more than I would have liked, but just past the post from Hendricks. We'll give it a demand more. That sort of adds into the, you haven't been good enough talk. I don't like Emerson is looking apprehensive now. Not a massive fan of that. Jack Grealish looks like he's suffered a pulled groin. All right, we're not going to muck around with that then. Let's bring Alina on for him. He can play like for like. That's not a problem. And we are just seconds away from taking off Emerson as well, if I'm honest. Let's give it a show some passion when we can. Does that do anything? Emerson's actually not playing too badly. His match rating is outside of Almeida, one of our best. It's been a relatively boring half so far, and I am okay with that. And here comes a highlight, just as I say that. Away. Ooh, away. There we go. Bothheim heads it clear. Bothheim is good defensively too, isn't he? Now, that's been blocked. Can Rodrigo create a little bit of magic here? Let's see what £50 million buys you. It buys you a red card for the other team. That's what it buys you. See you later, Nathan Klein, or Nathaniel Klein. I always call him Nathan Klein. I don't know. It's one of those in my head. That was the first thing I thought of when he first came onto the scene. I started calling him Nathan instead of Nathaniel. And it's just stuck in there ever since. Now, this is... Let's actually concentrate here for just a second. We want to now exploit the flanks. We probably want to... Do we want to be a little bit more shorter in our passing? Just try and keep possession. Anything else you want to do? I don't necessarily think so. I think that's fine. Bothheim is not having a great game. What we'll do, let's bring Jumpy on and play him as a deep lying forward. Say it all the time, Jumpy is really, really good. He drops in, he picks up the ball, he can run, he can pass. He's really, really good. Let's give it well, it's got a corner here. Alina to knock it in. It's a decent ball, it's headed away. And are we going to get caught out in the counter-attack here? Where are our defenders? Where are our defenders? We're getting back. It's a good ball. No! Oh! Well, we complained about one in the first half hitting the post. We've got it back there, haven't we? That is for sure. Anything else we want to do here? I don't necessarily think so. Let's go defensive now. We've still got a little bit of time. This is not a final highlight. Don't be afraid just to put your foot through it, Livakovic. That's fine as well. Holgate. We're up against 10 men here. We've just got to be a little bit sensible here. That's a decent ball, though, for Jumpy. Jumpy's onto it. Jumpy! Oh! Decent save from their keeper, but honestly, should we have wrapped that up? We should be time wasting on here too. Come on. Is he gonna time waste? I don't think he is. He is gonna time waste. Well done, Elena. Learnt that in Spain, didn't he? That's Barcelona 101 there. Come on, boys. Let's get the ball here. Keep possession, and this should be an absolutely stunning 1-0 win at Arsenal. Second in the league, Arsenal. A good little return to form for us. We still haven't looked the most convincing in front of goal, if I'm honest. Didn't create too much. It was a set-piece goal that got it for us in the end. But that's a really, really good win. A really important win as well. Well done, lads. So there we go. We edge a narrow game. That is, truer words have never been spoken. Almeida back to form for him. He had been a little bit... what do we say here? Number chances, well done. He and Jumpy, neither of them have really fired as yet. Eddie Howe is an England boss now looking for... Well, he didn't like what he saw from Nathaniel Klein, but Holgate and Grealish did okay, didn't they? Guys, wait right there. It is essentially D-Day in the Champions League up next. Can we go to Bayern Munich and pick up 3 points as well? Alright guys, welcome back. We are in Munich and we are not favourites for this game. Though our form has picked up. Although our form has always not been that bad. It's the performances and the scoring of goals that's been a problem. We have the early kickoff, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to see how the Benfica-Lyon game plays out. What I might do is when we finish this game is I'll play through, so before we leave we can kind of see how that game ends up. This is the team that we have put together for this one. It's essentially the same team, more or less. It's Livakovic in goal. It's Rashawn Williams and Holgate as a back two. If we look at the medical centre here, just to give you an idea at the players, you can see all match fatigued, which means higher rate of injury, higher chance of injury, and unlikely to play well. So that's why we have this team, basically. But I thought they did well against Arsenal, so if they can play that well again, then we'll be fine. Gumney down the right, Emerson down the left. AR's going to play the anchorman role again. I thought we shut Arsenal down relatively well, so we'll put him in there. Cochrane comes in to play the DM defensive or deep line playmaker. Main reason for that is not Tonelli, because Tonelli is still coming back from an injury. He could probably just about play, but I'm not going to risk it. Grealish obviously goes again. Almeida, Borja comes in because Bothheim match fatigued. I would have considered Brian Carlos, but the problem with Brian Carlos is that he's He's okay as a deep lying forward, actually, but he doesn't have the vision. That's the problem, I think, there. But we might look to bring him on second half if we can. And Rodrigo, again, goes up top. You will notice, too, that Alpha Silla is back on the bench. He's not match fit, but we might try and give him some time here if we can. They're lining up very similar to Arsenal, which is why we've gone with the similar sort of formation again. What do we say? Go out and prove a point is what the Stig says. We're underdogs. Go out there, show everyone what you've got. I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, come on. This could be it. This could be Champions League. I mean, it's not. But if we go 6 points behind with 3 games to play, it's going to be difficult. Given that we have 2 home... No, we've got to go to Benfica, don't we? We only have 1 home game after this against Bayern Munich. I think... I mean, we need to... It's a not-lose game, isn't it? We need to at least leave here with a point and make sure that we're within 3 points of them. That then means if we beat them at home, we know we're still in it going into the final day of the year, and that is not how you defend. That was relatively poor, I would suggest. Yeah, that was relatively poor. What can we do differently here? Do we maybe push up a little bit more? And we might, now that we're behind, we might need to look to close them down as well. Oh, that's just, what a horrible start. 90 seconds in, and we've gone and done this. Decent ball in from Kimmich. I mean, I don't know. Is that Gumny? It is Gumny. I don't know what he's doing there, to be honest. That's not how you defend. All right, can we get one straight back here? Grealish knocks the corner in. Holte! We can get it straight back. In your face, Bayern Munich. There we go. 1-1. And that is much, much more like it, boys. Let's demand more of that, please. Good ball in from Jack Grealish, wasn't it? And Mason Holgate, it's his 3rd goal of the year. He's becoming a little bit of a weapon from set pieces. That's what we like to see. Holgate with the goal, Grealish with the assist, and can we go again? Can we go again? Ball back goes, oh, it's off the line. What to say from, was it Neuer in goal, I think. Are they going to go the other end, though? Oh, this would be harsh. This would be harsh. We're only 7 minutes in. That's a decent foul from Gumny, to be fair. Is he going to get a red for that? He shouldn't do. We had men back. Definite yellow. But we did have men back. Come on, boys. Show some passion. Oh, this is nervy, isn't it? Another corner. Grealish this time. Can we find somebody else? It's a penalty. It's a goal! Is what it is for Sean Williams. I thought it was a penalty. Maybe it would have been a penalty had it not gone in the back of the net. But we are devastating from corners. That is 2-1 to the good guys. Let's... what do you want to say here? Let's tell them to concentrate. There's a penalty there? Surely Borja has been pushed over, but it does not matter because Rashawn Williams knocks in the loose ball. We might actually... Should we tell Gumny to ease off his tackles a little bit? We don't need to be going down to 10 men now. We'll just do this really, really quickly here. Ease off tackles. And is this going to be a highlight? It is. Now, can we defend the corner? This is going to be pivotal. Oh, Livakovic has come and he's missed. What a block on the line. Was that Gumny? Number 3 is Gumny. He has made up for that. He saved the goal there. All is forgiven, Robert. All is forgiven. What a block that was. If you didn't see that, pause, rewind, go back and watch it. That was absolutely insane what Robert Gumny just did on the goal line there. I know I can probably do it, but I don't really know how, and then I always end up messing things up because... that's just what I do. I don't know what to tell you. Livakovic is playing a good game. We are probably lucky to be in front, if we're honest. Though we gave them a goal, and we did have a bit of a lucky save there. I'm going to say, what do you say to that? Things are going well. There's still room for improvement. I think I like that. That way we can tell players that are playing well just to keep it up. And anybody that's not playing particularly well, we can... have a not a strong word, but just a little, come on, you can do better than that, lad. Grealish has done his corners have been absolutely perfect, haven't they? And then Almeida's not been at his best. He's looking demotivated now. Oh, that's not what we need. And Rodrigo has been okay. He's been okay. We'll get back out there. I don't think there's too much need to change anything, to be honest. I mean, their only real chances have come from Gumny deciding he didn't need to head a ball, and to be honest, a corner that we can't really do much about that tactically, can we? That's either we're going to defend it or we're not. That's a little bit too much space there. Let's go and shut down Emery. What a save from Livakovic. That wasn't great. Next shot, assuming that they haven't scored, we will give it a demand more here, I think. Block. Was that Holgate, I think? I saw that got the block there. Come on, boys. Dig deep. Get this away. Oh, no one at the back post, but it's too deep anyway. Can we go and defend this second ball coming in? Oh, it's headed away. We can. And hacked clear by Harry Cochrane. Alright, we might need to consider changes here because we're not playing particularly well. Borja, again, is just sitting on his 6.4. That's the Borja zone this season for some reason. Just 6.4. We do, as I said, have Brian Carlos on the bench. Here's Emerson going on a bit of a run. It's fallen from Maida for Borja. Oh, he still can't score. It's there for Emerson! 3-1! That's excellent stuff. Borja, he gets an assist. I don't know what for tripping over a ball, apparently. But an excellent run from Emerson. He deserved this goal, to be honest, because it was a fantastic run. Borja should have hit it there. Oh, maybe a little bit harsh on him. Almost an excellent block shot. I'm assuming that's Rodrigo, yeah. Alright, boys, let's demand more here. Let's not rest on our laurels. Harry Cochrane isn't having the best game of his career. What we might look to do here is... He's not doing badly, though. No, we're not doing that badly. What we will do, we will bring Brian Carlos on for Borja because I'm just not convinced by him, by anything he does, if I'm honest. So we'll bring Brian on, give him a bit of game time here. I'm looking at Harry Cochrane and I'm not completely convinced by him either. So let's make another sub here. We'll go in here because we need to change things around. We're going to bring Godfrey on for Cochrane. And we're going to switch those guys around. There we go. More of the same, please. Mr. Godfrey, he played really, really well against... who did he get this goal against? Was it Derby? No, it was Leicester, wasn't it? He played really well in that game. Rodrigo's in a bit of space. If he can get a ball to the back post, we're queuing up. Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card, and that should... I was really worried about this episode, I'll be honest. I was thinking we were going to be in really, really tough, and we'd do really well to get anything from either of the games. And as it turns out, what an episode. What an episode. Oh, it's 4-1. Ben Godfrey's done it again. He's a goal-scoring machine. 2-2 for Mr. Godfrey, and that now is the game. And this is actually really good, because what this is doing is destroying their goal difference and giving ours a nice little boost. We've gone to Bayern Munich, and we're winning 4-1, guys. This is absolutely insane. Was it off? I mean, it wasn't offside because it wasn't given. No, they're playing us on. No complaints there. And a good finish, to be fair, wasn't it, from Godfrey? Now that this game is done, let's use this opportunity to give some game time to Silla. Or do we bring Hendry on? Let's bring Hendry on. Let's bring him on so we can see him in the Champions League. And yeah, I mean, this is just... Oh, I brought Silla on. Sorry, Lee Hendry. That's my bad. Sorry, mate. I meant to bring you on. Come on. Let's not forget, they are down to 10, so we should be relatively comfortable here. I'm wondering if we should even not be attacking as much, but I don't want to just sit back. Oof, decent save. Or was it a miss? It was just a miss. Now, the temptation here is to stick with this formation now, isn't it? The problem I have with that is that we have so many good wingers that it essentially means that, like, the likes of Marin, Andre Green, Nick Roberts, they'll just become surplus to requirements, and that's not what I think we want to do. But that was a really, really good performance. If you have enjoyed this episode, guys, do make sure you hit thumbs up. That was really, really, good performance. There we go, quality of possession. It was just quality all around, wasn't it, what we saw there. Now let's just have a quick look at what that does to the league table. That should put us above Bayern Munich. It does. So wait right there, guys. What we'll do is we'll skip forward and we'll see what happens in Lyon versus Benfica. If Benfica wins that, it's all to play for, isn't it? So there we go. Benfica did actually beat Lyon 2-1. So suddenly we're top of the group, which considering I was worried we were going to essentially be out of the tournament after this episode, we're top of the group right now. That's how quickly things can change. Now we have 2 games to go against Bayern Munich at home and Benfica away. So it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but we have given ourselves a chance, haven't we? Now, in terms of the formation, I was just thinking, we did score 3 set pieces, didn't we? So I don't know that the formation, attacking-wise, has actually made that much of a difference. But certainly defensively, we've looked really good now in 2 games against Munich and Arsenal. Munich had we only had 39% of the ball. I hadn't noticed that. So we're obviously a really good defensive shape right now. We're using that formation. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not completely sure how we should go on from here. No goals of the month, just episode, because despite having played 6 games already in October, we still have 2 games to go. So we'll do that next episode, and we'll come back on Thursday for Stoke away from home in the Premier League, and then we'll wrap up the pre-World Cup half of the season at home to Bayern Munich. We could almost sneak away with a draw there, but given it's our last home game in the Champions League, we do want to make sure we win that. I should say too that upgrades to the Villa Park have been completed, so we're a 50,000 seat stadium now. So that's good to see as well that that's all been completed. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, as I said, thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please do subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload new episodes. But until Thursday, where we have another massive game against Bayern Munich, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.